SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
I look real stupid wearing this thing. Hello, welcome back to Tears of the Kingdom. Well, we're in the Goron City. Things are much better here. We've been here for a couple episodes. We should probably start thinking about going somewhere else, but I think there are still a couple of side quests I have to poke at here, right? Let's see, what do we have? Wells are not an issue right now. Treasure of Awakening, can't get there at the moment. Well, I could, but it's not what I'm doing right now. The springs, right? The springs. And a picture of the full moon shining on the ground near Lake Verona. Lake Verona. Where's Lake Verona? Lake Verona. None of this stuff is actually marked. Let's see here. That's Golo River. This is Gortram Cliff, Goronby Lake, Lake Intinok, Broca Island, Lake Verona. Lake Verona's this one. I can't recall if I spent much time down there. I don't think I did. I don't think I even went to this path at all. Okay. But there's a bridge above this town, which if I go to it, I can get to a hot springs. Up there. Okay. Right. Also, it's been pointed out to me that I would have a much easier time with a lot of things in my life if I could remember that I have the ability to recall. And so I'm going to try and make a point of that by starting out with something that someone asked me to do a long time ago and I never did. I'm going to try it now. Let's see here. Just in case I flub it, let's use something I don't care about too much. Let's see here. We're going to want recall to be ready. And we take this and we just kind of throw it. We throw it. And then we rewind it. And it's just right here. Look at that. It just stops right in front of me. Very convenient, that. Okay, cool. Well, let's get on the bridge. I will do my best to remember, to recall, because apparently it's very useful for a lot of situations like where people are throwing stuff at me, because I can just sort of freeze time and send their things right back at them. Seems particularly useful for like Octoroks. I will do my best to not be quite so ridiculously obtuse about that in the future. I'll try, okay? I'll try. I did not notice that there were multiple Gorons here. I only knew about the thumbs up Goron, whose mouth looks like you can almost go into, although it looks pretty cramped in there. Well, we got more Gorons over here. Look at that. Apparently I haven't really been up above the town, or at least I haven't looked around when I've been up there, which I guess seems in character for me, really. This is a bigger cliff than I anticipated when I first started climbing up it. Well, that's fine. We're doing fine. I'm just gonna conserve a little bit of my stamina, because I'd rather save the emergency stamina for, you know, something actually pressing and not just me being dopey. Which is what we're dealing with right now. There we go, I'm up. Okay. Hello, pigeon. So, apparently if I... Wait, is that Darunia up there? That is Darunia up there, isn't it? I think that's Darunia. What's he got in his left hand? Is that a rock? Is he gonna throw a rock? Huh. It does look like he's about to shot put that rock really good. I quite like that, actually. That's a good carving. It also seems structurally tricky. That's a lot of rock to be suspended over a mountain pass. I mean, I guess if anyone would know how to do it, it would be the Gorons, right? Presumably their rock engineering is second to none. Then again, they do eat it, so who knows. I think they don't just eat any old rock, though, right? Because they could, technically, but it's not particularly tasty or nutritious, so why would they? I think I recall something along those lines, but honestly, like, their whole system is a mystery. Their system is a mystery. Okay. This is not a hot springs. Did I go the wrong way? It does seem quite possible, doesn't it? Yeah, we're right by Unoboko again. But perhaps if I follow this road further? No, this is definitely just going around the way that I came from before, because that's the guy who is like, I'm working, and he's just rolling around. He's working! Look at him! Look at me, I'm working! Have I been to that cave over there? I have. Okay, cool. So that means that I have to go the other way on the bridge. Sorry, guys. This way. You know, I was giving their engineering all sorts of compliments around here, but look at this bridge. It's got scoliosis. Seems concerning. I mean, it's holding together all right because it's, you know, it's stapled with metal every couple of steps, but seems concerning, I gotta say. So, presumably this is... Wow, that's dropping a lot of rocks. You really want me to go up there, huh? Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Hey! Quit messing up the hot springs! Quit messing up the hot springs! If in fact the hot springs is here. I don't know. It feels like it might be. Okay, we got some red choo-choos. That's fine. They're not here anymore, which is also fine. And I do recognize that I could just use Yonobo's local ghost to deal with all these ore veins, but it does cause the ore to just sort of explode off into the distance, and I didn't want to mess with it, you know? I didn't want to mess with it. It'll be easier for, like, knocking down walls and whatnot. Ah, here we go. This is a hot springs, and that's probably the expert I need to talk to. Let's see here. Death Mountain Marker number 7, the world-renowned refreshing Goron Hot Springs. All right. How you doing there, buddy? I can't imagine it's particularly relaxing having all these falling rocks coming from above directly. It's directly above the hot springs. His stress is melting away, but I don't really understand how. Can I not talk to you while swimming? I can't talk to you while swimming. How about from here? There we go. Hi. No, not you. I want to talk to him. Grap.
You don't often see a Hylian turn up at the Goron Hot Springs. I'd wager you're some kind of hot spring connoisseur or something, traveler. Sure, there are other hot springs boiling away in other places, but the hot water here is the best. Though it used to be Simmerstone Springs had the best water, before the entrance collapsed and you couldn't get in.
Okay, I can probably do something about that. Simmerstone Springs?
Simmerstone Springs is in the caves of Gorko Tunnel, which is southeast of these springs here. They're top secret, you see. You gotta be a Goron in the know to know about 'em. The water at those springs is the perfect temperature and goes real nice with all the steam in the caves. But the entrance got blocked off, so I can't ask Yonobo to fix it, and I can't clear it out myself. But this spring here is my favorite right now, so I guess I don't need any others. This hot spring does happen to be a good one. After all, you can take a soak while gazing at the Death Mountain scenery. Up until a little while ago, red smoke and big old clumps of red rock were flying right out of it. I was worried it might erupt again, but it seems to have calmed down now. Talk about a relief.
Yeah, no problem. I did take care of that. Hooray. It seems a little bit weird. I was too busy talking to myself to really think about it. But when I defeated the Goma, the marbled rock Goma, all the marbled rock roasts in the world sort of vanished, which is kind of weird, isn't it? It's a little bit strange in retrospect. It kind of suggests that all marble rock roasts came from that Goma, and everyone in Goron City was just feasting on the flesh of that Goma, which is not impossible, but also concerning in a way. Okay, so Gorko Tunnel. Well, Gorko Tunnel's apparently over here, but I don't exactly know where Gorko Tunnel starts. Let's see here. West Restaurant Cave, East Restaurant Cave. I don't think I actually found Gorko Tunnel. I remember Gorko Tunnel being a thing in the previous game. I had to go there to get a rock roast, I'm pretty sure, actually. For a guy who wanted a rock roast, something like that. But how does one... Southeast of here was what the guy in the hot springs said. So, southeast of here... That's... northeast... It's this way. So I should just go this way. Okay. I'm going to try to not just go straight cross-country, because probably he's going to guide me on a path that doesn't involve just going straight cross-country and over the, mountain peaks or whatever. They're usually good about that sort of thing, I think. Do I follow the path, or do I just sort of wing it? And there's another way down here. But none of these paths are marked on my map at all. Huh. Meanwhile, Goron Hot Springs is on my map, and I just sort of didn't notice. Huh. Okay, I think I want to keep going southeast, though. That would seem to make sense. Hello, wolves. Hello. I got other things to worry about than you, I'm afraid. There we go. That didn't hurt nearly as much as I wanted it to, but I suppose I'm not using a very good bow right now. Does that help? Maybe explode him a little bit? That didn't work because he's probably one of those fiery types where it's not really going to help if you light him on fire because he's already sort of fire elemental. Here we go. Use it. Yeah, use that. Hi. Hi. I missed several times. How are you doing? I'm still alive. Oh, thank you, Yunobo. Much appreciated. I forgot until I turned around and looked at Yunobo that I'm still wearing this ridiculous thing on my head. I should probably... Well, I guess it's fine. Yunobo gets to look all neat, even if I don't. I kind of wonder if it's one of these situations where almost certainly there's a helmet for each of the 4 giant robots from the first game, right? And I kind of wonder if you collect the helmet, then if you wear any of the helmets, if all the sages get to wear their specific sage helmets. It would seem to make sense, right? Is that actually a chest over there? No, it's a spring. Okay. Hey, remember there was a floating island above the Goron Hot Springs, and I was like, I should go up there? And I got distracted? That never happens. This way apparently leads to Gorko Lake, which may relate to Gorko Tunnel, based on the name alone. So I'm going to go there and see if it does. The thing about Death Mountain area is that it's mostly a lot of lumpy red rock, and it's kind of hard to see where you're going, in general. I presume those springs are useful for getting up the mountain if you wanted to go up the mountain, but I want to go down the mountain. Okay, this is Gorko Lake. It probably was a magma lake at one point, and now it's just sort of cooled off. Okay, well, look at all those guys. 1 black bokoblin and several blues. Seems concerning. But the normal approach here seems to work really well, so... Have a muddle bud! There you go. Fight amongst yourselves. Squabble, why don't you? Like, why are you blowing the horn, boss? What's going on? There's nobody around. He's not even attacking anybody. What's he doing? There you go. Good swing. Good swing. All right. I could take some pot shots from here, but I don't know if it's really necessary. I could also get down there and just, like, get a puff shroom out, cause some havoc. But I do kind of want to just let them take out their boss, you know? It's convenient for my position. Ah, he figured out what's going on. Well, we can't have that. Keep going. Keep going. You're doing so good. You're doing so good. They're all muddled even. Okay, good, good, good. Is the black bokoblin already down? I think it is. Man, this works so well. We should just go down into the chasm and harvest a whole bunch of these things and then just thread them everywhere, and then we don't even have to fight anybody. They take care of it themselves. Honestly. There's no downside, is there? It's not like we gain experience by fighting. It's not that kind of a game. Hi. Just hitting him in the head isn't good enough, huh? His head's too big of a target? Seems like. Almost there, almost there. A little more. Aw, combat, but I don't want combat. Ow! There. Hi. I brought you something. I participated. I'm helping. Boulder hammer. Don't need one of those. Blue bokoblin horn. Wait, was there not a black bokoblin? I swear there was one out front. Where's his leavings, if so? Well, here's the boss bokoblin stuff. Very nice. There's so much chaos, it's really hard to keep track of that sort of thing unless you're focusing on it specifically, and I wasn't. Hey, there he is! Or what's left of him. Man, that's so much easier than actually fighting. There we go. Luminous stone. Now, I'm at Gorko Lake, but Gorko Tunnel is where? There was a thing blocked up over here. I saw it from the ridge when I was up there. There, that! Is that Gorko Tunnel by any chance? They did say the ending was blocked off. No, that's not it. Oh, whoa. Sorry about that. Diamond! Very nice. Very nice. So presumably I have to look around for something like that, because the Gorko Tunnel is presumably behind it, but I have to find it first, huh? Which, as far as I can tell, means wander around this area here until I just sort of run into it. Well, fine. There's grass up here. I guess that's not unheard of. Grass on a mountain, sure. But it's such a rocky mountain, Death Mountain, and its surrounding area, you know? It just seems a little bit unusual to see the grass growing at all. Then again, areas like this is where the worm Saflina should be growing. Hello. Yeah, I figured. Whoops. There goes Yunobo. Sorry. Just a little bit of A spam. I didn't actually have any real instructions for you. He's back. We're fine. Okay, so where be Gorko Tunnel, Whereabouts is this Gorko Tunnel? I see what I said? Worm Saflina. Told you. I mean, of course, you knew. We all knew. Something has to grow up here. That's just sort of how ecosystems work, I guess. I feel like we've wandered clear of Gorko Tunnel, though. It's somewhere under there, but I don't know where. I suspect that the path would have led right to it if I had been paying proper attention, but I didn't see it, which is probably more on me than anything else. Alright, well, give me a second to poke around and see if I can find this dang thing, okay? Hi. No. No. Well, there's something over there. And there's a bloopy, which is usually a pretty good indication. I was wondering if maybe the key swirling around was supposed to be an indication that there was a cave nearby as well, but honestly, a bloopy is a much better indication of what's going on, so... Let's see where he goes. That way? That's not what I was expecting at all. Oh! Okay, yes, there's a tunnel here. What tunnel is this? Oh, it's Gorko Tunnel! We're here! Huh? What? Hello? Oh, for crying out loud. You need to reach your friend, huh? Okay, where's your friend? Is your friend in Gorko Tunnel? Because that's where I'm going. Your friend is not in Gorko Tunnel. I could probably roll you down this hill and you might get there. Tell you what, we'll give that a shot, and if it didn't work out, come back up here, and when I get out of Gorko Tunnel, I'll help you, okay? Let me just see if I can give you a little bit of... I can't really get new momentum with Ultra Hand, but good luck! Godspeed! You'll probably be fine. I'll see you when I get out of Gorko Tunnel if you're not already with your friend. Gorko Tunnel. I missed, but I did light my arrow on fire. I guess it was already on fire because of the environment, huh? I was thinking that I shot it through the corona around the fire keys, and that lit it on fire, but of course that ain't how it works. That ain't how it works. Also, thank goodness I still have my, Wait. Why am I okay? Does my helmet block fire? Oh, it does! The Varudanya Divine Helm blocks fire! Oh! Well, that's neat. Because I was like, thank goodness I left my anti-fire pants on, but I absolutely didn't. I've got my Ganon pants on, because it makes me look like a giant horse. Hi. Plus it's stealth, and I do like stealth. Ah, see. Now see, it would be really useful to have you for the last time I had to dig through a tunnel like this, Yunobo. Also interesting that if I stand inside of Yunobo, he just sort of fades a little bit. I'm entirely encompassed by Yunobo. Huh. I'd never really thought about the fact that that is a possibility, but I'd rather not, thank you. Okay. Well, the way is now open, so presumably there's a hot springs around here somewhere, but... Do you suppose there'll be any residents to take care of? A lot of crumbled rock down here. Guess it requires just a little bit of patience, huh? Again, with the concussions, probably good to take it easy on Yunobo a little bit. Even if he is Ghost Yunobo, it's still probably bad for you. Although I do suspect that having the helmet might help, although it seems like it's probably made of zonite, just given how these things work, and zonite acts like metal even if it's not technically metallic. Oh, hey, it's the hot springs. Oh. Kima. Who's Kima? Incredible! Hello? Oh, it's you! Right, you back from town. Yes, this is it! No doubt about it! This is Silverstone Springs. Were you following me? Were you creeping on me? What the heck, dude? I had heard the entrance was collapsed and no one could get in anymore. Yeah, and then I fixed it. Sorry for showing up out of the blue. Did you make this hole? Well, I mean, I suppose I reconstructed this hole, really, is how it kind of works. Yeah. I heard a loud noise and I thought I'd check it out. And now my hot springs dream has come true, all thanks to you. If you really want to be convincing that you're not following me around like a creeper, you should probably wait more than 2 seconds before walking into the chamber behind me. Anyway, sorry for showing up after you did all the work getting in here, but if you don't mind, there's something I've been wanting to do. Pardon me a moment. And he's gonna take a bath, huh? The temperature, it's perfect. And how about this? Delicious. Hot springs egg, maybe? Could be a hot springs egg. Yeah! No doubt this is the perfect spring-boiled egg. It's exactly as good as I hoped it would be. Oh, guess I forgot to mention why I was looking for this place, huh? It was so I could make this incredible spring-boiled egg. Of course, if you hadn't found a way to get inside, well, I never would have found it. So please, you gotta let me give you a reward. $100! Well, then excuse me, but I'm going to go ahead and eat all the eggs. Oh, no. He just hadn't taken his clothes off yet. And I suppose you do have to keep the helmet on or else you light on fire. Weird how that works. Nibbling on the perfect spring-boiled egg while soaking in the perfect hot springs. It doesn't get better than this. Of course, I'm more than happy to share with you. Go on, have some if you like. Sure, I'll have one. Hard-boiled egg. A bird egg boiled using water from naturally occurring hot springs. It's popular among children, and it's easy to make. It's easy to make, but hard to get right, is the thing. If you don't boil it exactly the right time, at roughly the right temperature, you're going to get like that sulfurous stuff around the yolk, and it's more complicated than that, is all I'm saying. But they are quite tasty, yes. I like them on sandwiches myself. All right. So they're 1.5 hearts, and that seems useful. Do I have any eggs that I can just sort of... Yeah, I do have a couple eggs. I could just make my own, but I could also just take all your hard-boiled eggs and then see what you say about it. Haha. What do you say to that, Kima? I gotta say, the water temperature is perfect, and I made the perfect spring-boiled egg to boot. Of course, it's all because you found a way inside here, so please take an egg from here any old time you want. Wait, you just keep making them, Kima? What? They're all gone? Well, don't worry, I'll make more. Come grab some eggs later. He genuinely didn't notice that I took all his eggs. Is that a good noise? Meanwhile, Tulin and Unova just standing over there like, are you done with your bath? We'll just hang out over here, huh? I suppose the water is probably not that great for ghosts, huh? I was wondering if maybe the spring's temperature would be so perfect that you actually get bonus hearts from it, but that would be a little bit too easy, huh? Nope, you get yourself a free hard-boiled egg vendor, which is pretty nice, I gotta say. I missed! How could I miss your enormous face? They also have hair. They have hair. They have white, drifty hair. I really wonder if these are just people who, for whatever reason, got obsessed with... What are they called? I can never think of it. Satori, over the years. And pursued various routes which caused them to become bubble frogs because people can't become Satori? Unless they can, I don't know. So that steaming noise, that's actually the water from the springs boiling off the surface of my skin. I'm sure that feels great. I guess I have supernatural fire protection, so it probably doesn't hurt that much, but it must feel weird, right? Because, I mean, the whole concept with sweat is that it evaporates off your skin and that cools you down, right? So if the water is boiling off your skin at a rate like this, maybe it would actually cool you down? That doesn't make any sense. Because of... But okay, if you're magically protected from the heat and the burning of the steam, would you feel chilled somehow? This is all completely impossible situations, right? There's no way to possibly even simulate this. But I wonder how it would act, you know? Is there anything I can grab around here? No? Okay. Ah. Those are too small, though. I was hoping for a plank, or like a plank, or a platform, or a boulder, or something like that. I want to try and use recall to solve this puzzle. Can I stand on one of these rocks safely? Kind of, but I slide off it pretty good. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay, okay. Then I'll make my own solution. Because, yes, I know, I could just, like, get out a hydrant, pour it in there, and grab the resulting rocks. Actually, that's probably exactly what I should do. But instead of making a bridge, see, this way, if I mess it up, I can just make a bridge and that'll be fine. But But I'm hoping I can figure this out here. Let's see here. Ultra hand this, and then get myself a nice big rock. That's a little rock. I would like a big rock. I can't have a big rock. Okay. Well, that's fine. Put down the hydrant. Turn off the hydrant. Okay. So. We need the rock to be up next to the chest. Like that. And then we need it to come over like this. And stay there for a second. Okay. And then, if I... No, that pauses the world if I do that. If I stand on it and I rewind it, it shifts around a little bit. And then it goes... up here! And Yunobo rides on it because now it's a vehicle. Now it's a car. And Yunobo just cannot contain himself. Ancient blade. An ancient dagger-like blade. It's too small to wield as a weapon, but it can be used as an arrowhead. Or you can fuse it to something for 50 attack power. 50. 50? So, the thing about this is that, of course, I can immediately use it. I can immediately use it and attach it to my boulder breaker, which would give me a weapon that does 90 damage, but I'd be extremely disinclined to ever use it because I'm a hoarder. But I gotta do it, right? Is it under materials, I assume? Ancient blade. Where would it even be classified? There it is. Okay. Okay. Let's see what it looks like, first off. Oh, it's tiny. Oh, it's tiny. Oh, but it gets bigger if I put it down. And then if I get out my boulder breaker... boulder breaker's 38, not 40. I misremembered. But even so, boulder breaker, and then we fuse an ancient blade to it. Presumably the boulder breaker is pretty resilient, right? This is probably worth it. Hang on, is that a Zonai? Is it a Zonai thing? It's probably a Zonai thing, right? But it doesn't necessarily look like one. Let me look at that again. Let me look at it again. Ancient dagger-like blade. It doesn't say anything about if it was made of Zonite. So I shouldn't assume. And if I fuse it to something and then destroy it, it's destroyed. Actually, I can't remove it safely. So just put it on the ground. Got my boulder breaker. And then we fuse the ancient blade to the boulder breaker. That is absolutely Zonite, but it looks stupid as heck. But that's an 88 damage weapon. That's ridiculous. It also opens like a Swiss Army knife. It looks really, really stupid on the end of a boulder breaker, but, you know, you can't really complain about the results, can ya? Alright, cool. Well, I got that. And I used Recall to get it, so I feel good about that. I mean, admittedly, right now I'm thinking about it very specifically, so it's not really anything in my credit, to my credit, rather. It was very specifically mentioned to me repeatedly, very recently, about that. Can I... If I get out a bomb flower, it will light on fire. If I get out of the tunnel... You're back. Okay. He's back. Congratulations, he's back. Okay. So, we're gonna do a little Korok bowling. Yeah, it's me. You're in a real pickle. I don't care about your pickle. Now stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop. Shush. Now, we roll you down the hill. And then we follow after. Don't get caught on anything. Let gravity take hold. Oh, here we go. Okay, here's what we're doing. Come on. Whoop. Okay, first, that. Uh-huh. Nice. And then you want some? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you want some. Have it back. Wait, he just died from nothing. What? Why did he die? Well, I don't even know what happened, but that was effective. Wait, where'd the Korok go? Did you get caught on a rock or something? Little guy? Little guy? Did he roll further down the hill? I mean, that would be ideal if he had. There he is! There he is! Okay. Let me just sort of... Nice jump. How did you hear that coming? The ears on this... choo-choo are just amazing. I keep wanting to call them... well, I wanted to call them Zol at first. Which I think... Jel and Zol were the proto-choo-choos from Zelda 1. And then I wanted to call them a like, which ain't right either. No, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I want to pick you up. I just want to pick you up with my dang hands. I can't. Yeah, I don't want to look over at your friend. He's right there. Yes, he's right there. Listen. Listen. Just go. Just keep rolling. If you hadn't stopped rolling, you would have made it to your friend, see? Just accept your fate. You did a stupid thing, and now you have to deal with the fact that you did a stupid thing. See, you even rolled right up to him. Look at this. You took care of it yourself. You barely even needed me. Hi. Thanks. Honestly. That does remind me that there was a Korok that I just passed by earlier, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm alright with it. What's this? Gortrum Cliff. Okay. Sure. We're at Gortrum Cliff. I should probably actually check my map and figure out what that... Man, that boulder breaker looks so stupid. It looks so stupid. It's got this tiny little knife just sticking out the end of it. I mean, I guess it was designed to be an arrowhead, but 50 fuse power? Are you kidding me? I wonder if it's just going to break off really easily. I wonder if it's extremely fragile. And so I'm only going to get a couple swings at 88 damage. Huh. That pillar over there has the flowers that grow in the... Wait, where do those flowers grow? Where did I see those flowers? I don't remember. Well, it's got a chest on top of it, too. Do they grow up in the Sky Islands? I don't really remember. Bink. Battery. Okay, thank you. Let's see. I'm back by Death Mountain, huh? No, I'm not at all. I'm at Gortrum Cliff, which is this right here. Okay, so... I wonder if there's any virtue to telling the guy in the Goron Hot Springs about that I opened up the way to the other springs. He might like that. I didn't see any shrines near Gorko Tunnel, which is the unfortunate thing here, but... Wait, does this pin just indicate this shrine? We can probably get rid of that. Okay, I'm going to go back to the Goron Hot Springs, and I'm also going to go to the Sky Island above Goron Hot Springs, so give me a second to do that. In superheated volcanic regions, wooden bows and shields and such will catch fire, so it's better to use metal ones, they say, so that it can heat the metal and just, like, directly burn your flesh. Yeah, great idea. I know that's not how it works, but it should. Can I ascend up this Goron's nose? Excuse me. Can I ascend up your nose? Aw, man. Oh! Oh! Ha! I've done it. I've done it. This is a joyous day. Darunia. There he is. Darunia, I have one request. Let me just clamber through your beard here real quick. Darunia, can I ascend through your nose? Ha! Yes! I feel like I'm playing a WarioWare minigame or something. Great, I've done it! I have entered the nose of the mightiest hero in Goron history. Fear me. Or at least fear my inclinations. Alright. Where's that friggin' hot springs? That way! I feel like with one thing and another, this episode has gotten weirdly vor adjacent, and I need to stop it. Man, that's such an enthusiastic island. Yes, yes, I'll go up there, I promise. I haven't forgotten this time. Hey, old man! Hey, old man! How are you? You made it to the hot springs at this hour? With the sun blazing down like that? I guess you really are a hot water buff after all, traveler. Sure, there are other hot springs boiling away in other places, but the hot water here's the best. Though it used to be Simmerstone Springs had the best water. Can I not tell him about Simmerstone Springs being open? It's in the caves of Gorko Tunnel. Yeah, they're top secret. But I've been there. I went there. The entrance got blocked off. But I fixed it. Doesn't need any others. Okay. I was worried it might erupt again, but it seems to have calmed down now. Talk about a relief. I can't tell Grap anything. Aw, man. Well, at least I can go back to the floating island. I guess they didn't expect you to come tell Grap anything. I don't know why they don't expect you to come tell Grap anything, but I guess that's not usually Link's priorities, huh? He's got a lot of things to do. He's a very busy man. Paraglider, please, and all that, you know? Okay, so why did you want me to come up here so badly, huh? Well, we got the remains of a structure. We got a guardian. He's got a very fancy headpiece. I think that's probably a... No, that's just a 3. My stone talus hammer is badly damaged. Well, maybe stop using it to hit people in the face, you dingus. Reaper. Reaper! Get reaped! Gnarled wooden stick. A very swingable stick made by honing a dried branch to the proper thickness and length. Its attack power is much greater than that of a normal stick. Okay. Cool, thanks. I've never seen one of those before. Yeah, that was a Soldier Construct 3. Were you defending anything, or... Were you just hanging out up here? Oh, there we go. Hello. Thank you. What'd you got? Sage's Will. The remnant of a former sage's resolve. You gather 4 of them and offer to move to a goddess statue. You can deepen your connection with the sages. I forgot about those. Did I already have a sage with me when I got my first one? Because I feel like when I first got one of those, I had no idea what that meant. Maybe I already did have Tulin with me and I just was completely oblivious. That does sound in character, doesn't it? Whoops, sorry. No, thank you. Is there anything else up here for me to keep an eye out for? I see there's a wing there. Could technically slide it off the edge and go somewhere. Oh! Or I could go somewhere very fast indeed. Because there's a rocket here. Alright, well, where do I need to go? Wasn't there... Okay, I need to go to Lake Verona. So if I headed southeast from here, I might be able to get there. I seem to have started a brush fire. Whoops. So, let's just Ultra Hand this guy onto the back of the wing. Like that. And then we want to face roughly towards Lake Verona, which I think is over there. Let's see. Yeah, roughly. If I sort of move a little bit off to the right, I should be okay. Alright. Let me just sort of chuck a bokoblin horn at it. See what happens. Pow! Here we go! Aim to the right. Okay, my rocket's gone, but I should maintain momentum for a while. I don't think Yunobo's weighing me down particularly. I feel like I'm skipping a lot of stuff doing this. Where am I going? This isn't where I wanted to go at all. That's Death Mountain. This is actually really hard to steer, and looking down feels bad. Okay, I'm over Gorko Tunnel. Okay. Everything looks roughly the same from up here. There's some interesting rock structures way down there, but it's barely visible on my end, so you could probably see not basically a thing. That's Medingo Pool down there, huh? Up ahead? That's Medingo Pool? Okay. Is that a chasm entrance over there? Also, what I'm pointing at right now with Yunobo, is that a fortress of some sort? What am I looking at? Is that the next region over? It might be. Garrow Pond below me. Wait, that's a... Okay, we're reaching the end of where I'm allowed to fly to, so let's go ahead and get this thing on. And let's go over that cave right there. It's not a cave, is it? It's a tunnel. Nevertheless, it's someplace to start. Oh, it looks like a lair. I feel like I used to run into Hinoxes who lived in places like this. Right here, what we've got is a fire-like, I guess they're called. Can I recall fire into the face of a fire-like? I cannot. It's too ephemeral. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine indeed. There you go. It's really nice that their body extends out like this so I can actually access their attackable bits when they're unconscious and dangling from the wall. Ah! Come back here. You, particularly. Nice. And it actually stopped the other things from sliding as well, didn't it? Interesting. This is very convenient, I will say. I have not been giving it enough credit. I'm not sure why it stopped all the... Oh. I'm not sure why it stopped all the other things from... Ow! Falling. When I stopped one of the things from falling, but maybe they all counted as being part of the Like-Like's corpse, and that's why? I don't know. A 3 durability rusty shield as opposed to 1, I assume. Neat. Well done. Hey! Oh boy. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Do I still have any gloom resistance? Gloom resistance. Okay. Okay. Eat that. 3.5 minutes of gloom resistance. Let's wear some... Let's see. The best fire resistance I've got is Flamebreaker armor. Best helmet I've got is my hood. Best armored legs I've got. Is that just a... It's just the soldier's grease. Okay. Okay. Okay! Alright! Is Bonflower gonna explode in me? No. So, it's actually not... We're not on fire here. We're not on fire here. I don't need to be wearing the flame-resistant stuff at all. Get my actual armor on. Okay. Okay. Okay! That's working. That's working. Keep it up. I'm in range of them, so they probably won't retreat, I'm thinking. I don't know exactly how it works. I also probably should have saved my gloom resistance for... presumably when Ganon shows up after this. That's for you. That's for you. Why are you so much stronger than the last one I saw of these? Or were they always like this? Stop! Don't grab Yunobo. That's weird and creepy. Gloom resistant. Gloom resistant. Okay, okay, okay. It's down, which means Ganon, right? Oh no, it's not down. It's not down. They're recovering. They're recovering. Okay. I didn't know they recovered. I can lock on. I should do it. There we go. Okay, okay. No, they're coming. They're coming back. They're coming back. They can incapacitate my sages. That is good to know. That is good to know. Give them another bomb. We need to take them all down at the same time. Ow! Let me go, 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 let me go. I'm gloom resistant. You can't. You can't. I defy you. There we go. Are you down? Are you down? Are you down? You're down. Phantom Ganon. Where's he at? Where's he at? There he is! Okay. Hi. No. Thank you. Okay. Gloom resistant does sort of eliminate everything he's capable of. He's got a ow! Okay, that did hurt a little bit. But I've got armor these days, which helps a lot. My mighty construct bow broke. Okay, 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 give me another one. The Zone Knight bow is fine. Can I... Wait a second, he's using arrows on me. Can I... Okay, he's doing something else. He's doing something else. Okay, he's vanishing. Wait, did he just retreat? Did he just run away? But I used my only gloom resistant thing on... Well, he dropped a dark clump. I can make another one. He ran away! I was doing too well and he ran away! And like that was... I wasn't even doing very well. Well, cool. He ran away. I guess figuring out what happens when you defeat a Phantom Ganon is going to have to wait, huh? Because I didn't defeat him. I got too complacent. Well, okay. Good to know that I'm strong enough to to drive them into retreat, provided I have gloom resistance on me, which, you know, I don't anymore. So, in a sense, that was good tactics, because now I've used up the only tool I had to use against him, so if I run into another one of those gloom hands, I'm in trouble. Hi. How are you? I wish you hadn't dodged just now. I genuinely do. Here, have this. I brought it for you, specifically. You're welcome. Alright. He's gonna attack with the bouncy stick. Yunobo hasn't had enough of his attacking with the bouncy stick, apparently. Weapon. Weapon. I have weapons. I got all sorts of weapons. Let's use the two-hander, because the one-hander is, rare by my standards. My blade is badly damaged as well. I guess I'm taking his bouncy sword. I don't really need it, but I got it. I should probably mark where the gloom hand spawned, huh? That seems like a good idea. That's the first time I've seen gloom hands in a long time. It was up here, right? Inside the cave? Okay. Something to check out again in the future, if and when I've built myself some more gloom resistance. Because it seems like gloom resistance really just sort of nullifies most of what Phantom Ganon and his hands bring to the table. Which gives me a decent chance of success. Why are you letting me do this? Also, where's the nearby cave? Oh, is it that? Is it Gorko Tunnel? Wait, that's not Gorko Tunnel. We're not anywhere near Gorko Tunnel, right? Because I flew cross-country and wound up somewhere random. So what is this? Is this Garo Tunnel? Because Garo does mean puke. Colloquially, in Japanese. Colloquially. I can say words. Are you Garo Tunnel? You're not, thank goodness. Lake Intinok Cave. Alright. Oh, it's hot in here. It's hot in here, right. I took off my armor because I was not doing anything that required armor. There we go. This is fine. Hi. How are you? Be sure to make some interesting noises when you're trying to figure out if you see a threat. It turns out you do see a threat. Congratulations, you have identified a threat. Hi. I missed. That time I didn't, though. Oh, your poor butt. Your poor butt. How is it they always land on their butts when they fall from the ceiling like that, huh? It almost doesn't seem fair to them. Not that I mind, you know. It's not a priority, honestly. Didn't I have multiple things to deal with? Did I not pick up a boulder hammer? I didn't. I didn't. Well, that was foolish, wasn't it? I have an Igneo Talus hammer. Guess it's better than nothing. Although, wait a second. Are these actually boulders right here? They're not? They look like boulders? Oh, okay. That's fine. They're not actually boulders. So be it. But sometimes when you knock down... Yeah! Okay, those are just rocks. Rock is not good enough. I wish for boulder. Give it another go, Yunobo. A sword and another rock, or possibly a stone. Hard to tell from this angle. You'd think there'd be more boulders in a crumbling rock wall. And you'd be wrong, apparently. There's this. It's not the same, though. It's not the same. Hi, I brought you this. I missed. I'm guessing an Igneo hammer is not going to do that much against a... Well, does it, though? No, it still works for blunt force, huh? Okay. That's good, anyway. And there's another one over there. Well, let's go ahead and loot this first. Mighty Construct Bow. Weird that they put that in a chest that even has, like, markers next to it. How is that significant? I don't know. It's a good weapon, don't get me wrong. It's just not that unique, so it's not what I would expect them to enshrine in that fashion, you know? That's all I'm saying. It doesn't look like it's going to give me boulders. I'm wondering if you can't actually get boulders from knocking down rock walls. You can just get rocks and stones and swords. The swords are a bit... Oh, and gems too, apparently. The swords are a bit of an anomaly as far as I'm concerned. Like, why are there swords buried in the rubble? I guess because they are, in their own way, rubble now. Wow, there's a lot here. Sorry about this, Yunobo. Particularly given that you don't have your helmet anymore. It seems wildly unsafe, doesn't it? Huh. A diverging situation. Okay. Why don't I... Well, never mind. I was going to put one of these rocks on... Wait. Yunobo? Why did Yunobo retreat? Have I overused his ability? I don't know. Was he just expressing his discontent? Understood, but I mean, we're still in the cave. We're still doing this, Yunobo. I'm sorry, but you're stuck with me. Should have thought more carefully about who you gave your oath to assist against Ganon, huh? Maybe you should have considered that I might just throw you into rock walls for the rest of your existence. Because I might! I guess the trade-off is, right? You don't have to use resources, but you have to be patient. Not my strong suit, but I'll do my best. Look at all the rocks. I wish that we could just get you really revved up, Yunobo, and just hammer through all of this. But I wonder if that's what the connection to the Sage enhancers do? Maybe? Just sort of gives them a better version of the ability? Or I wonder if it's one of these situations where, like, once you enhance them, they get the ability of the previous champions, you know? Like, maybe Yunobo gets Daruk's protection back or something like that? I hadn't noticed the chain across the chest, like a bandolier. I don't know how I missed that, but I hadn't noticed it. Ah, man, this is deep. What the heck? It just keeps going. Anyway, what I was going to say is I was going to attach one of the rocks to a gnarled wooden stick so I could help by mining. But it would light on fire, so I probably shouldn't do that. Man, it just keeps going and going and going. And the thing is, this is just one direction that I'm following so far. There were other ways that I've skipped at the moment. Get the rocks out of the way. It's distracting from me flinging Yunobo into walls over and over again. It's a shrine. That's why it's a maze. It was to get a shrine. I've received some very salient advice about these guys. If I examine this, follow the beam to its end and offer the crystal there. Do so, and I will offer you a light that banishes evil. You can activate this from the other end. Yep, the Lake Intinok Cave Crystal. Great. It's across the lava I need to go, huh? Well, isn't that fun? Blarf. Just barfing all over the place. How's that working out for you? Real great, looks like. Real great. Alright. Reap 'em. Reap 'em good. No, 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 no! No, not that. This. I guess it's not going into lava. I was worried it would go into lava, see. That's all. That's all. Where'd the chest go? There it is. What do we got? Rusty shield. Shield guard plus 10. That's still garbage. Oh, it was the durability that was up, not the guard capacity of the other shield I ran into earlier. That makes sense. This seems like a terrible waste using this Igneo Talus hammer to mine ore. I mean, maybe I've lost some of my perspective, just given that I, you know, now have an 88 damage dealing weapon, but it's not like I want to use under normal circumstances, you know? Gotta save that for a special occasion. Like Phantom Ganon, dang it! Oh, man. I didn't even think about it! And that's, you know, most of the problem right there. I don't even think about it. I just don't think. I just choose not to. I don't think, therefore I not am. Is there a point to digging through the rest of this maze? Maybe. I'm not really sure. Probably, right? Probably yes. Probably there's other stuff down here. I don't need to be using this, but it's about to break, so I may as well use it up, I guess. The question is, will there be anything particularly worthwhile down here? Oh, I walked in a big circle. I see. It does seem likely that the main draw down here is the shrine. That would seem to make sense. Yeah. So I should probably get into the shrine at this point, huh? We can always poke around the rest of these tunnels when I get back. Unless the rocks respawn? They never have before. They probably won't. So I gotta figure out how to get across this lava lake. Okay. It seems stationary enough despite the influx, so I could probably just make a platform across it with the what are they called? Hydrant. Probably. Then put it away. It still burns. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Just pick this up and just sort of try and create a path of least resistance route. Oh, this is going to take a minute, huh? Yeah, this is going to take a minute. I could make... Oh, you know what I could do? Let's try and get a little bit more. No, I want a big one. Well, I guess a couple of these together will work. Okay, put this down. And turn it off. Okay. Now, what I can do is I can make myself a little motorboat looking thing. But it's going across a lava lake. Is that going to be okay? Possibly not. I did a bad job. Let me try that again. We can snug those up a little better. Okay. Because I did notice that they gave me a fan here. So it may be that motorboat is the answer they're looking for. Then again, any solution works in this game. As long as you can make it work, it's fine. Alright. Where's the shrine crystal? There it is. Let's just attach the shrine crystal to the motorboat as well. And now let's see if this is seaworthy. And by sea, I do mean magma lake, lava lake, one of those. Okay. So far, not bad. Let's just sort of activate. Not what I was going for. Okay. I can't steer, so hopefully I'm going the right way. The laser appears to be right on target. But if I have to take this around that lava flow and keep going on the other side, I'm going to be in trouble. However, it looks like I just needed to cross the place. In which case, I think we're good. There we go. Give me that. I can't just take it. So let me remove it by force. Place it on the shore. And don't let it fall in. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. Let's go this way. Hopefully there are no defenders, because my hands are full. Also, I have not found the local bubble frog. I have not forgotten. Oh, here we are. What is this music? Herp, burp, burp. Mo-Shapen Shrine is quite a name. Here, I brought you this. I did it. I would like a light that banishes evil. Thank you. How did you know? High five. All right. Now, is this actually going to be a trial, or was that the trial just now? Oh, that was the trial just now. Raru's Blessing, Mo-Shapen, which is Nipasome. Nipasome, if you went into the chasm. Doesn't flow off the tongue as well as I was expecting for some reason. Mighty Zonite Shield is nice! Mighty Zonite Shield is nice. Can I just drop this in your extra dimensional space? Do you mind? Is that fine? It's probably fine, huh? I hope it's fine. Alright, high five. I did it. Give me the stuff. Give me the stuff! Number 4, right? You're darn right, number 4. Alright. Thank you. Also, thanks for the quarter heart. I lost that quarter heart to Ganon. He would be proud of me. Okay. I've done it. Now, there's still a bubble frog in here somewhere. But looking at the time, I should probably stop right here, huh? Man, the dead eyes on Yunobo. I'm not going to get used to it, I don't think. For whatever reason, it doesn't bother me as much with Tulin. Maybe because Tulin's eyes are, you know, sort of almond-shaped. So it feels a little different than Yunobo with his... just... vacant pinpricks. Well, I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure Yunobo's doing as well as he ever does. Anyway, thank you for watching. We found some stuff. I didn't make it to the other place I was trying to get, huh? I didn't make it to Lake Verona, but we're at Lake Intinok, which is actually not that far away. So if I just sort of head a little southwest, I should get there, right? We just need to figure out something with the moonlight. Now we'll get to that next time, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Next time, that. I'll see you then.